Doug Ford is the worst. In this video, we'll look at just a few of the reasons why he's one of the worst premiers in Canada. Doug Ford has plunged Ontario families into an historic affordability crisis. Doug Ford is the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario leader and the Premier of Ontario. He was elected by 17.7% of the eligible electorate. In 2018, Doug Ford ran on eliminating hallway health care. Now things are worse than ever. The Financial Accountability Office of Ontario came out with a scathing report detailing the Ford government's healthcare spending and warning that Ontario healthcare capacity will shrink, endangering Ontarians. The Doug Ford government has underspent on healthcare by $21 billion. In January 2024, nearly 2,000 patients per day on average were kept in unconventional spaces in hospitals across the province, according to data obtained through Freedom of Information requests. This includes patients kept in hallways, storage closets, and other non-standard areas. Things haven't been this bad since Ontario Health started tracking hallway healthcare in July 2017. Before Doug Ford took over from Liberal Premier Kathleen Wynne, 1,000 people were kept in hallways on an average day. As of 2024, the number of patients in unconventional spaces in Ontario hospitals has increased by 25%. And Doug Ford has increasingly opened the door to private American-style healthcare in Ontario. A Freedom of Information request revealed that Doug Ford's government is paying more for private clinics and surgeries. For example, a Toronto-based private surgery clinic was paid more than $4,000 more than a public hospital for procedures such as a gallbladder removal. A chief of surgery at a large Ontario hospital who spoke on the condition of anonymity said, "The overpayment for these minor things is egregious. It doesn't look like great value for money. If I were running that private center, I would be a millionaire." In 2018, Ontario Premier Doug Ford's Progressive Conservative government passed legislation that removed rent control for new buildings and units in Ontario. He said the move to eliminate rent controls would increase the number of new homes and apartment building projects in Ontario. Instead, the removal of rental controls has created an affordability crisis for Ontarians. According to the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, more than 81,000 people in Ontario experienced homelessness last year. That's an increase of 51% compared with the roughly 53,000 people recorded in 2016 and a 25% increase since 2022. The average rent in Toronto has increased by more than 40% in the last 2 years. And the number of Ontarians who receive Ontario Works and Ontario Disability Support Program benefits who have now become homeless has doubled since 2022. In 2018, when Doug Ford's government took office, per-student funding was $12,282. When adjusted for inflation, per-student funding in 2024 is $11,506, a decrease of $776 per student. Many Ontario colleges and universities are struggling. At Centennial College, 49 programs were suspended for the 2025-2026 academic year. At Fleming College, 29 programs were suspended, including many in the School of Environmental and Natural Resource Sciences. At Sheridan College, 40 programs were suspended. Queen's University has projected a deficit for the 2024 to 2025 fiscal year. Ontario has cut and frozen tuition for students, which has cost the respected university an estimated $180 million in lost revenues. Doug Ford and the Federal Conservative Party of Canada leader, Pierre Poilievre, share many of the same beliefs and policies. Their pro-corporate, big business agendas see them cutting services for working Canadians while eliminating things like rental and utility caps on consumer prices to favor profits for corporate business bosses over regular people. Doug Ford and his conservative policies have plunged working Ontarians into an affordability crisis many in the province have never experienced before. As of July 2024, 2.5 million Ontarians are without a family doctor. This is an increase from 1.8 million in 2020. 81,000 Ontarians are now homeless thanks to Doug Ford's policies. Students in Ontario are underfunded, and Ontario education is in crisis. This is why Doug Ford is the worst. What do you think? Do you think Doug Ford is the worst? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe to help our channel grow. Thanks for watching.